quarantined for 14 days. So unless you're going there for a prolonged period of time, it's not even worth going on holiday. Like, you can't shoot off for like, say I live in the UK and I want to shoot off to Spain for like a week or a couple of days, or go somewhere like that. You know, I'd need a certificate of health to say I'm fit and healthy and not got the Rona. And then on top of that, I go over there and I get quarantined. Now these people are being told that they need to come back home because, you know, the so-called second wave is gonna hit. You know, so you just wasted whatever, 2 grand, 4 grand, however how much money you had. You just went and wasted it going on holiday trying to live out your last days, because you know pretty much, like, these people know in the spirit that they're done. You know, and that's what I said to the E that was saying something to me. I said, you know, your country's finished. You know, and it is. Your country's finished. You've lived fat. You lived at the expense of everybody else. And then, you know, when you're being recompensed for that, when you're having to reap what you sowed, you don't want to eat that role. You want to pass that role to somebody else. You want to say, oh, look at Jake, man. He's still eating pork and still going off, man. You go deal with him. Nah, the Lord wants to deal with you now. It's your turn. You got to drink from that cup. But this is I'm jumping around a lot. This is Revelation 6, chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, which is east. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. So this man's going to basically be given free reign to slay everybody that's in his way. And everybody that refuses, you know, this chip, this mark of the beast. We all know the chip is the mark of the beast. You know, that's pretty obvious at this point. What they want to do is they want to low jack everybody. Like, if you have a vehicle, what you do is you put a low jack in it, so you know where it is at all times. They want to do that to people. They want to low jack your ass, so that, you know, when you want to go to, you know, your supermarket, or you want to go shopping, or even when you're beating your chick, you know, you want to have fun with your family, they know exactly what you're doing at all times, because you're low jacked like a piece of property. See, I guarantee you, these so-called elites that are really in charge, they're not going to take the chip. What they're going to do is they're going to have some tablet where they can basically keep track and tabs on you, but you're not going to be able to keep tabs on them, because he's a great hypocrite. You know, the same with Cain. You know, Cain had sheep. You know, he could have given a correct sacrifice, but he didn't want to. Well, why should I have to sacrifice my sheep? I give him the first of my fruits. And that wasn't a correct sacrifice. And then when he did that, he said, well, you know, why aren't you taking my sacrifice? How come you're taking Abel's? It's that same spirit, you know. You want to condemn your brother rather than looking at your own behavior and wondering why things aren't working out for you. Because you're a damn hypocrite, man. I hate these goddamn people. They piss me off, man. All they do is talk crap all day, and then when you ask them to really specify and you know, really tell you what their problem is, they really can't do that. They start dancing around the subject, you know. They'll talk about racism, you know, like white people are hated. How are white people hated? You don't have the best jobs, you have the best countries, you know, you have the most resources, and you hear something like black is king, and all of a sudden you feel attacked because your ego is so damn fragile, and you can't even have a discussion with them based on logic. All they want to do is talk out their emotions like women, you know. And then when you actually come with facts, the first thing they say to you is call you a nigger, as if that's supposed to hurt my feelings. See, what you're doing right there is projecting, because you're the original nigger. If you look into the real description of what a so-called nigger is supposed to be, it's supposed to be a damn animal that's a thief and is not civilized. And the least civilized person on this earth is damn E, man, because you can't live in accordance with nothing. Nature, other people, nothing. You can't even keep to your own damn rules. How uncivilized are you? But you want to call out other people and say that they're uncivilized. You're a damn hypocrite, man. What's up, doggo? There's a doggo chilling over there. Man, I wish... even the trees of Lebanon are gonna rejoice when you go down, man. These animals are gonna be able to live, you know, some semblance of freedom. Because these people, they don't hold nothing sacred, man. They kill goddamn everything, man. Y'all be killing and eating oysters, and the things that oysters, prawns, You know, all of these things are supposed to clean the earth. And it was like the elder was talking about, there was a tank where there's, and you know, I've seen that before. There's a tank where you have an oyster in it, and there's another tank without oyster in it, and they're both full of dirty water. And the one with the oyster in it, the water becomes clear. Why? Because it's meant to filter the water. They're actually, you know, they're like pigs. They're like sea pigs. You know, they eat the filth of the land to keep it clean for other animals and for other life. You know, the Lord has set everything up in its proper place. But you people don't know how to keep things in its proper place, in its proper order, because y'all really just, y'all are the original nigger, you know. Cain, or the serpent, was the original nigger, man. And this is Revelation 10, verse 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter. You know, so this is that book. We eat it, and it, you know, it tastes sweet, but when you really have to comprehend and think on things, it's bitter as hell. But it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues. So, you know, as soon as we understand this book to a certain level, we have to go out there, we have to prophesy against these people like all our forefathers have done, you know, and make ourselves a living sacrifice. You know, and I hope, you know, I'm one of the hopefully elect. You know, I don't have a choice in the matter because I fear the Lord. You know, I don't fear man. What's up, doggo? Doggo's back here again. Can you feel the doggo? See, the Lord, everything that the Lord has created is beautiful when it's in its proper place. You know, but when you don't have things in its proper place, you know, things are going off, man. That's why you have foxes digging through trash cans, because you've gone and you've built on their damn homes and they don't have nowhere to go. So now they're in your trash cans, running through your neighborhood, you know, running into your crib and eating up your babies because you're building things and living in places you really shouldn't be, because you can't keep things in order, you know. The places that these people choose to live, it's just crazy, man. This is why you build these damn skyscrapers that are like friggin' 100 stories or 200 stories shooting up into the sky, and when there's a fire you can't even get down. How the hell are you 200 feet into the air? How does that make sense? When you look into 9/11 and you realize that tower was falling down, or whatever the case may be, you know, people die because really and truly you shouldn't even be that high up. And what this man do is go and build another damn skyscraper, man. This is Revelation 13, verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And you know, this fire that's coming down from heaven, you know, this is that, you know, that nuclear fire that they have, you know, these missiles, these rockets that they have, you know. And when people look at them, they look at them like they're great wonders. Look at Hiroshima and what they did at Pearl Harbor, you know, that was a great wonder. You know, you'd never seen something like that, where somebody just drops an explosion on people and completely decimated an entire group of people, to the point where, you know, 3-4 generations after, you know, that incident happened, you're still having genetic mutations occur in the people, because the things that you do are just, you know, they're miracles on the left. They're really abominations, but they're still miracles, because it's not something that you see occurring in nature, naturally occurring, which is what a miracle really is. When you really look into what a miracle is, you know, it's something out of the norm, something amazing, and it's amazing for you to kill people and think that's normal or natural. It's not. Just like, you know, it's not normal or natural for a man to be raised from the dead. But, you know, when the Lord does it, everything's in its proper order. But these people don't do it through the Lord's will. They do it by their own will. Damn beast, man. This is Revelation 5 verse 12, saying with a loud voice, worthy is the lamb that was slain to receive power, which is Yahushua. Another doggo. Worthy is the lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing, you know. And every creature which is in heaven and on earth and under the earth, and such as are in the sea, and all them that are in them, heard I saying, blessing and honor and glory and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb forever and ever. You know, so that's who we give glory to. You know, we worship Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. We worship Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. You know, like when you're in court, like one of the elders say, when you're in court, you don't directly speak to the judge. And he likes to emulate everything in the scriptures. You know, you don't speak directly to the judge. You have your lawyer, and you know, he pleads your case to the judge. You know, and depending on, you know, what you've done and how well your lawyer does, which is just pure wickedness, because at the end of the day, you should just be dealing with the facts of the matter. You shouldn't be having to deal with being able to manipulate the so-called law to get somebody off of a murder charge. Because there's people who are not guilty of murder who are doing 25 to life, and there's people who damn well did the thing. They murdered a whole bunch of people, and yet they're somehow not held guilty for what they've done to other people, because this law isn't a just way. And the Lord hates, you know, the Lord says an unjust weight is an abomination to the Lord, you know. And these people have unjust weights. They don't judge rightly because they're hypocrites. You know, they have a different, you know, set of rules for one person than the rules they tend to hold themselves to. And you know, this place is an abomination to the Lord. And I don't even know if I mentioned, it's like I swear, every single time I come here, I see some freak stuff, man. Even last week, I saw two dudes hold their hands, man, wearing full of makeup. You know, they look like friggin' anime characters with red blush on their face. Had long ass eyelashes, man, with the feather dusters. Yeah, I did mention that, man. This place is weird as hell, man. I see dudes in dresses, man. I remember I was sitting on a bus, must have been last year, and I saw some dude come on a bus. Dude had more muscles than me, Taras. And he's got on, and he's got a dress. I mean, like a dress, like I could see his chest hair damn near. I was thinking, what is this guy doing, man? And you know, normally, in a correct society, you grab him, you stick him on the wall, and you stone that guy because you know he's a damn sodomite. But in this society, it's like, nah, man, that's hate speech. But yeah, you can call Jake all